So, what can you get from corrosion coupons? We can get at least 6 important items. The first one, normally they are used to provide us with corrosion rate as a direct technique, as I mentioned before, because we can measure the mass loss in a period of time, and then we will just do the math using simple equations, depending on the density of the material, to see what is our corrosion rate during the period that the corrosion coupon was installed. Another information that we can get from the corrosion coupons, but unfortunately is not that commonly used, is that you can get information about your pitting rate. One of the biggest mistakes that we can make as operators is just to retrieve corrosion coupons, ask the lab, please, just tell me the corrosion rate based on mass loss. Because depending on the type of corrosion that we could have in our system, you could have pitting corrosion, and that's another headache. So you need to be aware of what kind of corrosion you have in your system. And the third type of information that you can get from corrosion coupons is you can get to know your biofilm. Most of us, we have heard about microbially induced corrosion, MIC, MIC, different ways of calling it. And this is caused mainly by microorganisms in oil and gas, SRBs, sulfate-reducing bacteria. They are the most common microorganism involved in this type of problem. And we can get to know them if they are present in our system. Once we retrieve corrosion coupons, we can take those coupons to the lab, take a nice picture, and see what kind of microorganisms do we have. And then, if we know our problem, we will be able to specify the correct type of biocide. Similar to when we go to the doctor and we need to get antibiotics, if they don't know what kind of bacteria we have, they are going just to be guessing for the solution. So we, in oil and gas industry, for corrosion control, we need to know what kind of microorganisms are present in our system. Then, with corrosion coupons, we can go even one step further. We can know what kind of microorganisms do we have, but we can also know what kind of damage do they do to our system. Because as you can imagine, it's not the same story to have localized corrosion that you will have maybe 5 millimeters per year of material loss just in a, let's say, 1 square centimeter. You will have a leak in a couple of years maybe. And then if you're using corrosion coupons just to calculate uniform corrosion, you are lost. You are doing it wrong. You might have a misleading impression that you have low corrosion rate. And additionally, with those corrosion products that we can get on the corrosion coupon, we can also send them to the lab and ask the lab, hey guys, can you help me to understand what are my corrosion products? Because that's also evidence of the type of corrosion that we have. So if you have oxygen as part of your corrosion products in oil and gas, that's quite strange, because usually we don't have oxygen in our systems. It's not common. We can have H2S, we can have CO2, but if you have as a corrosion product oxygen, that should be a red flag. Could be a risk for your safety, could be a sign that maybe in one injection pump you have a seal that is broken, and then you have oxygen coming into your system. So this is one of the advantages of using corrosion coupons, not only for mass loss analysis. And maybe not applicable for our daily basis business, but corrosion coupons, products can be analyzed also in more details. Usually we say, yes, it's just iron oxide, but for academia, or if you are running an investigation project, that might not be enough, because depending on the specific product that you have, you will have different products, like a hematite or magnetite, and then you need to run an analysis into the compound level, okay?